Welcome back. This is John Phillips, Rackets Director here at the Seagate Country Club with my Part 2 edition of how to utilize technology at your facility. The first one was all about pretty much explaining how a podcasting mic and a wireless mic can be effective. Now it's actually showing you visually how it looks. So one of the things that I mentioned a couple of days ago was essentially having a podcasting mic and having a podcast is important for your club. Well, is it possible for you to do it, you might be asking? And the answer is yes. The first thing you're going to do is download something very simple like a Podcaster app on the bottom left-hand screen. Once you do that, you're going to sign in. And when you sign in, it's going to look like something like this. Okay? And you're going to click that tool button on the bottom. Then you're going to click it again. And then you're going to record an episode. And I'm going to do one myself right now. Good afternoon. Welcome, Seagate members. This is John Phillips, Rackets Director here at the Seagate Country Club with my weekly update. This week, it's really important for members to know that we are starting our pickleball resurfacing project. This means that our pickleball courts will not be operational starting this week, and this will last till about mid to late November, hoping that everything is perfectly ready to go for the Thanksgiving week. This is something that we've been looking at for quite some time. Definitely needs to be done. Looking forward to getting this project underway this week and certainly giving you state-of-the-art courts come Thanksgiving week. Another thing to mention, is ultimately our guest policy. Our guest policy will change as of November 1st. I have more details online on our website, but I will just say this. One of the things that we're trying to avoid are people randomly showing up with guests. It's something that's very tricky to keep track of. It also has gotten to the point where people are ultimately sneaking on guests. And I know it sounds funny and it sounds ridiculous, but it is happening. And it's something that we don't want to do. Obviously hurts my job as a director of rackets, but more importantly, if you keep on having guests come and they're not paying the guest fee, you do have guests that are showing up or members that are showing up and saying, hey, look, I don't understand why I'm being charged $20, $30, $40, $50 a month for the guests that I'm bringing when I've already heard X, Y, and Z are bringing so-and-so and they're not getting charged anything. I can't believe they're playing at the facility for free. I'm a member. We deserve better. This is what we're trying to avoid. And so if you sign up guests ahead of time, it's $10. If you don't and it's a drop-in or you forget, or maybe one of your kids decides to have a friend and they don't tell you about it and they bring a guest and that guest is here and that guest does not sign up, it's a $15 charge. Again, we want to make sure that everything's kind of on the books. And this can be done via text or through the Pro Shop during Pro Shop hours. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you this week. We look forward to having these pickleball courts set, ready to go for Thanksgiving week, which will be about a month and a half from now. And again, just want to give you an update as well on your guest policy. And until next week, have a great time playing tennis, and I'll see you on the court soon. Okay, so then I stopped it, and now it's recording. And that's an example of what you do, and that's it. And really from there on out, it's just follow the dots. So you're going to click save if you liked it. I'm going to name it a certain episode. I'm going to call it weekly update. If I can spell it correctly. And again, I wanted this thing to fly, and that's it. I'm going to push return, and I have it. It's called a weekly update. I'll put it right there. It's loading. It'll be ready to go. Now, let's say, for example, you made a big mistake. Oh, someone from HR or someone contacts you and says, hey, John, by the way, we actually are changing the date of the guest policy. Okay, but you haven't published it yet. You're okay. All right, the minute you click publish, that's it. It's live. How will it look on your phone? I'll pull it up right now for you because this is another good element. I mean, your members are going to have to know this. Seagate Rackets. If it pops up on time. All podcasts. This is how it's going to show up. Okay, all I did was type that into Apple Podcasts, Seagate Rackets Podcast, and it pops up. It works out really well. And so anyway, this is a video. The next video, stay tuned because the next video after this is going to be our part 3. And part 3 is essentially going to be how does a wireless mic work on the court. And that's going to be the next episode. And so I hope this was beneficial in terms of how to get a podcast set up. Again, I highly recommend it and look forward to seeing you back in our next episode.